In 2024, I started When the Moon Hatched, and now in 2026, I'm running out of storage. So here are all my thoughts from that time. They are all spoiler. And don't judge me, I was 19 at the time.
Hello everyone. Okay, so the first book I'm going to be reading today is... Oh my god, why is my shirt doing that? When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I've heard so many things about this book, actually. See this fluff in the air? I'm not mad about it. I'm wearing this thing, this this jumper. It's like so fleecy and nice and comfortable, but like, yeah, all the fleece is flying around in my car right now. Anyways, I've heard lots of good things about this book. I've heard that it's like dragons, and honestly, okay, I'm a little tiny, eensy little bit, okay, I'm not really confused. The back is like, has it all laid out, really. But what I'm getting is there's this girl called Rave. Oh, look, all the fleece is attached to the... Can you see that? Okay. But there's this assassin called Rave, and she works for this rebellion group. Rebellion, not rebellion. Am I just making up words here? She works for this rebellion group, and basically, yeah, she's like tasked to like kill bad people. Oh yeah, and she can never ever get caught. But then there is a rival bounty hunter who shatters her word. Bounty hunter, that is such a funny word. And bounty hunter... Why do I always talk about kids' movies? But you know that movie? It's like Home on the Range. I swear the evil guy was a bounty hunter. But I feel like the bounty hunters are always evil. So that means if this is a book that was very, very heavily popular on TikTok, then I definitely feel as though the bounty hunter is going to be the love interest. Is that the dude? Okay, Ray finds herself captured by the group of guilds of nobles. I'm just making up words. It does not say group on the back. Okay, Ray finds herself captured by the guild of nobles, a powerful group of fae. Oh yeah, there's like dragons and... Did I already say there's dragons and fae in this book? It says crushed by the loss of his great love. Oh, okay, no. See, the thing about me is in these books, I'm always going to be root for the dead wife. I'm always going to root for the dead wife because I'm just like, you are just sneaking in there. This is fiction, by the way, okay? Because I know everyone deserves to, like, love and happiness and, you know, but I'm just saying, in these books, she's competing with the dead woman. I'm with the dead woman. I'm like, I'm with her. He's just going to abandon her for you? No. Okay, so Dragon Rider Khan... Rhaegar took the head of a king and donned his mortal crown. Head of a king, Nesta. Guys, I finished reading ACOTAR. Honestly, I loved it. I would not have expected that because the first time I read it at 1 star. I bumped it up to like 3 or 4. No, I bumped up to 3. The first book. But the rest of them, I gave like 3 books in that series 5 stars. I don't know. I feel like I'm either being really nice. I just needed to read it at that point. But Nesta with the king, I don't know. I actually feel like there's a hole in my heart now. There actually is. Okay. But now on a tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, a clue lures him into the capital's high-security prison where he stumbles upon the imprisoned Rave. So wait, is he the bounty hunter? I'm so confused. Together they seek truths that threaten to unravel everything they knew about the world. So I guess we should just read it and see. Okay, ignore my nails, but I feel like this front cover is so beautiful. Also, guys, look at... There's like very nice stuff in the front. I love the map. You guys know I love a good map. For those who feel small and quiet, spread those rings and roar. Okay, also Sarah J Maas, she loves using that word roar. Like, I swear, those males, sorry, not males, those they're just always roaring. And it was a little bit like, okay, but I didn't let that affect my rating, obviously. Because if I did, well, the book wouldn't have any stars. Anyways, look at the dragons. Very cute. The world began with 5. Okay, is there illustrations in this book? You guys, you know, I adore illustrations. Okay, oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure, yes, there's a glossary. Hang on, I didn't read that page because it might have spoiled something. Okay, so that's a family tree. Last time I looked at a family tree, it kind of spoiled something for me, so maybe I'm not going to do that. It was with that Reckless book, and I looked at the family tree and I'm like, oh, who is that random girl? And it was his sister. Okay, anyways, then this is the glossary. Okay, I'm not going to read all that. If I come to something that I don't understand, I guess I'll stop it. But I might just wing it. I don't know. Okay, so yes, the illustrations and stuff is very beautiful. I'm going to start reading now. The world began with 5. First, it was Kalis. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm not going to read it. There's lots of, like, lore about the world, lots of goddesses. So we have Boulder, the god of ground. Okay, first of all, we have Kalis, god of the ether, who is invisible to the naked eye. He formed like the naked space or whatever. Then we have the goddess of water, rain. I really like that name. Then the goddess of air, we have Claude. Then there's got to be someone else. I feel like there's got to be someone else. Where's the one of fire? Ignis was a glutton for Claude. The god of fire feasted on her, consumed her, loved her so much he could not breathe without her. Oh, even as he melted bits of boulder stone until they were molten rivers of red. Oh, so like his love made the volcanoes. This is cool. And then there's dragons. So there's to raid a nest and snatch an egg. Who is stealing a dragon egg from Harry Potter? You guys, I wish I could watch Harry Potter for the first time again and read it. I mean, I don't really know. I feel like the last time I read Harry Potter, I was like, what, 12, 13? But like that was a later books, because I read Harry Potter so young that like I was convinced that when I was 12 I was holding out for a letter. I was just like, even though part of me was like no, but I think I read like the last one. I don't know, I can't remember how old it was, but I was old. But like I feel like if I tried to read them ever again, I just wouldn't. But it wouldn't be the same. Okay, anyways, many aurora cycles passed. Actually no, I think I did see something in the glossary about the aurora cycles. I think the aurora is like 24 hours. Another moon fell, and the front is when the moon hatched. Okay, Ray, that's a really pretty name as well. Chapter 1, 5,105 phases after stone. Please, not another smell thing, not another scent thing. And babe laden in Akatar. Yeah, that's what they didn't call it baby. It was the babe. And ooh. So Rave is good. She takes out like the really, really bad guy, but there's a few things like there's someone called Fallon. I'm assuming she died. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain a few things. Also, I'm looking at the first chapter, so I'm trying to work this out. But there's these things. Okay, I'm confused. No, I'm not confused. Okay, so like in the ear, there's a nick sliced into the left ear up near the tapered tip, like somebody with a tiny mouse bit of chunk out from the outer shell, and she's a null. No, she's not a null. She's posing as a null. No, she can hear the Clove, the god of wind, in her mind, but she's posing as a null to like evade suspicion so that she can like sneak into these places like with not have like, because people think that if you're a null, okay, basically if you're a null, that means yes, a null is someone who doesn't hear any of the 4 elemental songs. So people have like the little stones in their ears, like, and then different like stones like indicate which different songs you can hear. But she can hear Claude. Guys, I'm not good with names. I'm horrendous with names. She can hear Claude's, and then I lost what I was gonna say. But yeah, she's posing as a null. So yeah, she's just a part of the rebellion group. She's just taking down these bad guys. Okay, and then the friend that she takes in and looks after physically is Essie. Because in fantasy it's always like that. It's always like the main character is like the physical one, the strong one that like protects physically, and then the friend is the person who's good at like baking or cooking. There's very similar things, not to them, but like sewing and, you know, I don't know, this girl's a tinkerer here. I don't know. I like what I'm imagining for the world. I don't even know if that's how it's intended to be imagined, but I'm just imagining it how I want to imagine it. And I like it. There's also like these like random like diary entries. So there's something about the writing and like the word choices and specific, you know, sentences and phrasing that's being used that's making me be like, look at that. There's little dust particles flying around. Stop that. But there is something about the word choices and the phrasing that is used that I'm trying hard to, you know, I'm trying hard to not be like, I'm trying hard not to. Oh my god, these ducks are crossing the road. I'm trying to be much nicer and less harsh with books. That's a personal goal. The bounty hunter is trying to track her down. There's also people after her. The word folk is used a lot. Like, it's used so much. Also, there's like this thing called knee, and like that's it there. It's like, I think she's a paper crane. Knee bats her plain parchment wings and rises from the hollow floor. That is so cool. So she's like a little bird, but it's a piece of paper that she can have notes and stuff on. I really do like that. So we have Khan's perspective. Oh, still those eyes, that scent. So there is going to be a scent thing. No! So he's obviously the love interest because he's got a perspective. Is there a book before this? I feel like there's a book before this. I'm reading this. You get really thrown into the world and you just kind of have to like figure everything out yourself. I feel like there's like a book before this with like her time with like Fallon or something. Is there? Give me a second, because like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm missing so much. I just looked it up and it says that it's not. It says it's the first book in the series. I don't know. Guys, I'm up to chapter 14. What is going on? I'm gonna make just a spoiler section just so I can at least talk about this part. So her friend died? Her friend just died. Normally the friend does die in the fantasy books, but like it's not immediately. Oh my god, there's a dingo. There is a man walking a dingo. There is a man walking a dingo. Is it legal to have a dingo? Okay, but her friend died because the friend went into the Undercity. Nee has just been let go. And the note, because the note was sent to her by mistake and it was like, I need you. She just wrote, no, you don't. But she's just sabotaging it for whoever that actually was, but she sent it back. So basically now she's lost Essie and she's lost Nee. She's lost her friends. That is sad. What? This is sad. This book is sad. Okay, so this book is sad. It's taken on a very sad approach. I'm on page, where am I, 90? No, I'm not. What page am I on? Who the hell is the other? It's in the glossary. That's what the Undercity is. But you know what I'm saying? Folk is used so much. Well, Essie, she did live. She died before the 100-page mark. Oh, silent, lost long. So we're not going to find out much about her, I don't think, if that's so vague. What is this other? What is going on? I'm not really like a fantasy reader here. So Khan's niece is in love with Kalis, the god of ether. How can they be in love if he doesn't even... Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Guys, I don't really like read fantasy that much. Does anyone else ever look at their hair? Like, okay, does anyone else, if you went from brown hair to like red hair, do you ever sometimes look at it and are like, that's brown? I'm not at that stage yet, but I just know it's coming. I'm gonna look at this hair and be like, it's brown. I am on a book buying ban. However, I did buy a book just then. Like literally just then. So you saw that clip from me in the morning. I did a quiz. Went to my local shopping centre. Went to the bookstore. And got God of the Woods. I cannot stop thinking about this book. I don't know why I want to read it. It's classified as thriller, but everyone who has reviewed it that I have seen has said it's more literary fiction and like mystery, which immediately draws me in. Immediately, that sounds so good. I know a lot of people didn't like that aspect about it, but I do quite love literary fiction and I do love mysteries. So honestly, this sounds just so good. And I don't know, I like this cover. I know that the American version is much more greener, but I don't actually mind this one. And did I pay $35 for it? Yes, I did. But supporting local businesses, local bookstores. Besides, I wanted this. I'm gonna read it now. Well, okay, because I'm currently... So I am like in the middle of this one at the moment. However, this book is like quite sad. Like I'm reading it like it's already so much despair. Also, when I was in the bookstore, I saw they had like a box set of Akatar, but it was like in some fancy edition. I'm not getting it, okay? I'm not going to get it when the series isn't finished. There was a fancy box set of Akatar, and I was looking at it, and I almost started crying in the store. Okay, so that's why, because initially I was feeling like, because remember, I'm new to fantasy. I have not read that many fantasy. I'm not a seasoned fantasy person, which is why I like it so much, obviously. But like, I almost did start crying. So I think my ratings that I gave it were right, because at first, then I'm not looking at one-star reviews anymore, because unless I need to be valid. Unless I hate a book, then I'll read the one-star reviews. I just feel, sorry, I got a message about some sort of tax thing, because, okay, the tax return is due on the 31st of October. It is like the 22nd of October, and have I done it? No. You know what? I've actually never done a tax return ever. I got my first job when I was 17. I didn't even do the tax return then. So it actually makes me so mad. I'm not getting into it though. But what was I getting at? Oh yeah, it's just so sad. Like there was a few like unexpected things that just happened, like bam bam, and I was like, whoa. Well, I was not expecting to get that sad. So I'm going with this. Instead, this is Other Sadness. But I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna like switch in between these. I'm anticipated this because I've heard good things about it. This one, it sounds good to me, even though I haven't heard the best reviews. I don't care because it sounds good to me. And then I'm gonna read Beautiful World, Where Are You? Because I was so excited for that book, and then there's an entire problem with Booktopia, which is now shut down, so I feel bad for like getting mad at it, but like Booktopia, like it was this company in Australia, and then it shut down. Yeah, well, you know what? It sent me 50 books. Okay, 50 books. I just needed Funny Story, the pre-order of Funny Story. They sent me 50 books. 49 of them were other books that like, and then so many of them were Beautiful World, Where Are You? So every time I looked at that book, I was just like, remember when they sent me like 20 copies of that? And then I got mad at myself because I just had left them in the boxes, but like my copy is kind of damaged a little bit, but I literally had like 20 other copies, so I could have swapped the damaged one for like a new one, and I didn't do it. So then every time I looked at it, I would just get a little bit like, but I'm going to read that one as well, because that's an anticipated book, because I love normal people. I am one of the people who love normal people. I can't stop thinking about normal people. It consumes me. Oh my god, I've got to go to work soon. One of my nails, I just cut it down, and yeah, goodbye to my nails. I'm gonna have to cut them all. It's okay. I kind of miss having like short nails. Oh, it looks so weird. Look how small that is. Okay, so this is now the new state of my nails. It's okay. They will grow back. I don't think about it. Okay. And then this is the book. This is the other book we will be reading. And then this one. It's just a bit, like, it's already just so sad. And I'm just like, I don't know if I like, I don't know. Hopefully this reading vlog doesn't go on for too long. I don't think it will. For once, I don't have any, like, assignments due until, like, next week. So this week, I don't have anything due. Aside from another quiz. And then I have a pretty big assignment due next week. But I'm not going to be worrying about any of that until, like, it gets closer. I'm going to read some quotes in the book. The only thing I'll spill is blood. Okay. Who died and made you king? Wanna tussle? I'm on page 130, and I'm trying really hard. I'm trying. Did I say Prince Khan was a king? Did I already tell you that? Well, he's a king. No, I think we knew that. That makes sense that he's a king, because his niece is a princess. Kind of weird. Okay, she was captured by the bounty hunter. Bounty hunter is not the romantic interest, which I thought he was. They had an entire fighting situation, whatever. Also, the other, I think, is just her, like, blacking out, and then she, like, blacked out and then killed a whole bunch of people and, like, bit off the bounty hunter's finger. Anyways, I was fully expecting the romance. I got confused. I was like, okay, is there gonna be, like, a love triangle between her, Khan, and the bounty hunter guy? I was fully expecting some sort of romance to be with the bounty hunter because of, you know, what I've seen come from, like, TikTok book recommendations. But that's not the case. Anyways, so she's in the cell. Okay, a new character has been unlocked. The name is Rook. Like the chess piece. As she's in the cell, he comes in. Don't know why. First of all, why is the dude always grunting? Ew, are you a pig? Anyways, he, like, randomly clutched her face and was like, how? And she was like, what do you want about? And I'm like, what do you want about? And he's just like, how? And I don't know why he did that. So I'm assuming, obviously, he knows her from somewhere, because then she was like, he said something about her, being like, you're so stubborn. Why is he already talking about her like he knows her? That's what she said. She was like, why is he talking like he knows me? So obviously he does. I don't know their connection, but obviously he does. Otherwise he's just a weirdo then. Yeah, he knows her, and she's got, like, memory loss. I mean, obviously, her just randomly blacking out and, like, killing people. I feel like that's indicative that there's a problem going on here. But yeah, he randomly clutched her face. Like, if that was me, I'd be slapping those hands down so fast. But no, she's in love with him already. Okay, not in love with him. She's, like, in lust with him already. That's not even a thing. Anyways, she thinks he's hot, and apparently he does as well. She's injured, and he was like, how did you get this? How'd you get that? It's like, why do you care? Like, you don't know her. And he's just, like, randomly in the cell. I feel like it'd be different if, like, the forced proximity situation was that he was also in the cell, like, locked up. Like, if he replaced Rook, but no. So I'm just like, this weirdo, get away. don't even like him. Like, I don't like him. He was like, how do you get this? Whatever. He's just trying to figure out, like, who hurt her, basically. And she's all like, not wanting to tell him because she's like, I feel like if I tell him who hurt me, he's gonna kill them. Why is he already so protective of her? I like slow burns. This is not a slow burn. Like, what? They haven't even exchanged a few words and he's already giving the vibe of, I'm gonna kill anyone who hurts you. Or I'm gonna kill anyone who touches you. It's like, no, it's too much. I'm trying really hard. I just watched that back, and the entire time I'm holding my phone all the way down here. It's very unflattering. She's just like every other fantasy main character, where she's like a baddie and like kills everyone, and is like really feared and tough. And I'm just like, it's just like the same thing. Like, I haven't even read that many fantasies, and like every single fantasy, it's the same thing. I'm just like, okay, I want to keep reading. Also, those random diary entries. We've talked about how it's obviously her as a kid, right? Because why else would there just be random diary entries if it wasn't her as a kid? But why is her name different? Because her name is Rave, and then the one in the diary entry is like something else, like Illuminatin or something like that. So obviously it's her, because who else would it be? But like, I'm really confused reading these diary entries, and I'm like, what's even going on? Something about dragons and like someone dying and the brother, and I'm just like, she's obviously having some memory loss. Okay, this is what I think. I think, well, obviously it's her as a kid, and then maybe she like got into an accident. She's like forgotten herself, which is why she does this weird blackout thing and like kills people. And she got a bad memory, you know, because she probably like hit her head on something. And yeah, because wasn't she in a cell? She was in a cell with Fallon. Well, how'd she even end up in a cell? I don't know. There's some sort of connection there. And then I feel like I'm starting to kind of piece together what's going on, I think. And you know, back to just being like every other fantasy main character. Obviously, she's really attractive, and there's already been like 10 references to her chest. Why? There's been so much talk about it. Like, we get it. She has big boobs. Why is every main character like that? Every main character's the same, I swear. I'm kidding. I'm not, it's not actually, but like, I'm just saying. I have to read more of When the Moon Hatched. It's just, I don't know. Love the illustrations though. Okay. I thought before I went to bed, I would give you a little bit of an update on these two books. I'm going to start off with this one. I am trying, okay? I am trying immensely with this book, but I do not think it is for me. She is literally about to die, and I could care less. In fact, no, I almost said something really mean. This main character, I am finding her insufferable. Like, so insufferable. She is giving that quirky, cheesy, thinks she's so bad, edgy energy. And it's just like, oh, I don't like her at all. Like, you can just tell that like she's meant to be like, oh, please, I don't even want to think about it. The scene when she's getting taken to the trial, she's being all like snarky and sassy. Ugh, okay, I really can't. I really, okay, this is like painful, and like, I'm not fussy, okay? There are so many books that I love and adore that like, I'm not really that fussy. I'm not really like that harsh and that picky anymore, really, with my books and like what I like reading and like what I can stand and tolerate. But literally, they're like, we're gonna sentence you for killing 23 people. And she's like, actually, I killed 25. And then she's like, you know what, you could probably add, you know, a few more charges on there. And it's like, she's supposed to be like such like feared assassin and everything. And I don't know if it's because it's in first person that it's like just not as impactful, and because I have no idea who this girl is, but it genuinely feels like there has like been an entire series like before this with like all the world and the law, and the glossary thing is annoying because there's so many things. It's like, I have to look in the back to see like what this even means.
Whereas other books, like, they introduce it throughout the story. And the main character, she's just annoying. Like, and it's just her thoughts are so cringy and cheesy, and just her comebacks, what she says with the king, he's ill as well, and I'm just like, you're embarrassing yourself, like, that's what she's embarrassing. Like, I'm getting such intense secondhand embarrassment, and I think that's like the main thing I'm getting from this book. She's all like, I might as well have some fun before I go, and I'm just like, and I don't know if it's because my inner monologue, like, it's as she's saying it, I'm just, the voice I'm hearing it in, the voice that, like, my brain has decided this main character has, is, it's just not, it's not doing the book any favors. I'm not gonna DNF because I really don't like doing that. I don't like DNFing. I'm not against it, but I just won't. I will be finishing this so then I can just at least figure out what's going on. But it's, and also, dare I say, boring. Like, I don't care. Like, we know she's not gonna die. We're like barely 100 pages in. We're not even 200 pages into the book. She's not gonna die. So it's like, I don't care. I'm really wincing at the dialogue and the phrases. Yeah, it's just that mocking voice in my mind. As I'm reading from her. It's like she's trying too hard. It's like I'm side-eyeing a lot of the things in this book. The romance, ew. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Ew. Like, I'm not fussy, okay? I'm not fussy. I literally just finished reading the entire A Court of Thorns and Roses series, right? The amount of people who hate that series and talk about, like, this and that and that. I loved it. And you know what? I think the problem is I literally just finished Nesta and Cassian's book, right? So many people also hate that one. I loved it. Dare I say it's like my favorite in this? I don't know. No, I really liked that court. No. I really liked A Court of Mist and Fury though. I don't know. See, this is the thing, right? So, like, this is me saying that, like, I'm really not fussy. But, like, I think going from, like, their relationship to this, while I love it, there were still some cringy things that were said in their book. And I was able to, like, withstand it. But this one here, they haven't even, like, done any romance stuff yet. But, like, still, okay, I think I stopped it. I randomly saw, like, a bunch of lines going across, but I think I fixed it now. I apologize for that. Also, I have these LED lights and I can't find the remote, so we're just stuck on this random orange cover. Another thing I'm gonna say about this book before I put it down. Oh, this is painful. Like, I feel mean. The cover is beautiful and so is the illustrations, and I feel like this book had a lot of potential, but anyways, this is like just a general pet peeve. It's not just like exclusive to this book, but it's in books when, like, the main characters say things like, thank you very much. I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm tossing up between which one I'm gonna continue. I guess I will update you in the mornings, or if I feel the need that, like, I need to tell you something tonight, I will. I need to watch the new season of Outer Banks. No, I need to do my assignments. I'll see you in the morning. Now, I've got no plans today but to read. All I want to do is read. I'm going to lay here. I'm going to read. Now, don't be discouraged, because at any point in time, I may be like to you, actually, I love this book. I adore this book. This book is so good. I don't know where the shift happened, but that time is not now. And I think I know part of the problem. I just feel, like, very disconnected from this book. Like, I'm reading it, but it's like I'm reading it and then I'm looking at it through a window, and then behind the window is a house. Behind the windows in that house is a garden, and then that's when everything's going on. So I'm, like, squinting, being like, yeah, it feels very disconnected to me, in my opinion, in my reading experience. So at the start, when we were word dumped all that stuff about the gods, I feel like that would have been more interesting if we were to again have seen that, rather than it just be like, this is what happened, now figure it out. Same as, like, the world. I feel as though, I don't know, like I said, I haven't read that many fantasy books, but I feel like other fantasy books, they do, like, a better job of, like, setting up the world rather than just, like, throwing you in head first and being like, now work it out. And that's why there are so many things in this book that, like, have happened, and I'm like, that's sad, but, like, I don't really care that much because I didn't even really know the character, because it wasn't, like, really set up that much, and we didn't really know, like, how much that character, like, meant to the main character. I feel as though there's so much potential in here. There is so much that could have been explored that just hasn't been. Can she shut up? He has just saved her life, and she's like, now I get the pleasure of killing you. Shut up. And it's all empty threats. Stop saying you're gonna kill him and not do it. If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, you have to do it. She is so annoying. She just keeps being like, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna that. Well, then do it then. But you won't. Because you're not gonna actually. Because it's just empty threats. It's actually, she's getting on my nerves. She's getting on my nerves. I wish she would stop talking. They call her Prisoner 74, and I don't know why, but it's kind of reminding me of Lilo and Stitch, because they call him, like, Prisoner something, don't they? Am I just making things up again? Okay, I wish I was watching Lilo and Stitch instead of reading this book. I'm gonna keep persevering, because there are so many other books I want to read, so it's like, I might as well just get through this. Again, talking about killing someone has no weight if you're showing no inclination of, like, actually doing it. So, their banter, gag, ew, what? I'm also on my period, so if I'm angry, that's part of the problem. Also, I did wake up this morning and, like, too much information. I had bled through one of those overnight pads and period underwear. How is it possible to bleed through both of those? My cramps are, like, kind of bad, and they're just, like, gonna keep ramping up because it's the first day. This is an example of that. And this, see, she said his name, and then, my name, Moonbeam, say it again. Ew, like, why does he call her Moonbeam? It's annoying. Moonbeam, I don't, ugh. Okay, so this author's favorite word is pebbling skin. I have read that word 10 million times by now. Okay, so the girl in the diary entries she's a princess, yes? So, hang on, I'm just trying to work things out here. She's a princess. We already established that she has to have been Rave, because why else would this random girl's diary entries be in this book if it wasn't Rave's? Like, it would make sense if Rave had, like, found the diary and was reading it, and so, like, that's how, but, like, the fact that it's just, like, randomly, and well, who else is it? You know, we haven't, every other female character we've been introduced to, it's obviously not them. But she's a princess. Does that mean Rave's princess? Or am I confused? And I'm just misconstruing this. And in fact, this is just a random girl's diary entries and not Rave's. What is it? Is she the princess? Or is it just a random girl's diary entry that was a princess? But then why are we getting her diary entries if it's not Rave? And I guess that would explain why Khan was acting like that. Like, how? Because maybe she was like a lost princess or something. And then I guess now it's about her trying to, like, remember when she was a princess. Yes? I am unsure, okay? So if this is really completely and utterly wrong, I apologize. I think sometimes the writing is a little bit too much lyrical and too much metaphorical, and it's like, what are you even saying? But other times, I really like it. And I like the descriptions of the scenery. So she and Khan are just flying now. I like the descriptions of the scenery. Another thing, I wish, like, we got more of the scenery about the world. I'm just imagining it, but, like, we haven't really gotten much in terms of that. I also feel like this book is going by just so fast. Perhaps we should slow down a little bit. But, like, it has potential, and, you know, there's still, like, can still get better. And not them sticking their tongues out at each other. Okay, she's got, like, an infected pin in her shoulder that's getting taken out. Disgusting. Also, it's weird he could smell the infection. He's like, I can smell it. Okay, whatever. But then she's like, what happened to him? He was like, I was mourning someone I loved very much. I discovered my pa had done something unforgivable, and I took her revenge because I thought she no longer could. Now I regret. What was her name? Eluin, which is the girl from the diary entries. And then she is like, what happened to her? A wave of something sloshes through me. Sadness, envy. No, of course not. His eyes flick to mine. She died, he mutters. Oh, she died, he mutters. Oh, that's not funny. She died, he mutters with such finality. The words are like a shiv. I hate this word. I hate the word. G-U-T. Why do they always use it? Ill. He storms from the water, pulls on fresh clothes. Okay, so she died. is he just lying to her? And it is rape. And they thought she died. And that's why then he was looking at her. He was like, how? How? So they used to be together but weren't. How old are these people? Actually, how old are they? I feel like we've been described in like the moon something. I don't know. Because I thought she was in like her 20s. Why is he being weird? He's collecting moon shards. See, I feel like that would be more like an interesting path to go down. She's just been like to him, what do you want about? I see you. Like, actually, like, what is he on about? Ew! Ew, ew, ew. She just tried to kill him. What the hell's going on? This book. What is going on? She went to kill him. No, that's just smut. What do you need, Moonbeam? Ugh, shut up. You. Ugh. Okay, never mind. She was just like, stop looking at me. Where is it? I literally just read it. But first, you have to stop looking at me like it means something, she said. And then he was like, hang on, get out. Get up and go back to your sleep space. So you got mad when she said that she didn't. So, okay. Well, she's got to be. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from her. She tried to kill him, morphed into this. Okay. Is this a debut novel? Is it? Wait, that is so cute. That is so cute. I'm kind of imagining it a little bit like the Never Beast. Okay, what is going on? Why is she with these random clans? What are these people saying? Oh, she's so quirky and different and not like everyone else. Because that fluffy beast, it's called the Fate Herder. And so everyone kissing the ground, falling their knees in front of it. And she's like, it occurs to me that is probably what I was supposed to do when I first saw the Fate Herder. Kiss the ground. Instead, I tried to run from it, yelled at it, snarled at it, and essentially told it to f*** off. It'll probably give me a shit fate, and honestly, it's warranted. I've certainly got enough blood on my hands to justify it. Okay. She's so quirky and different. I feel like I'm being kind of harsh, because when I read that out just then, I feel like me reading it out loud makes it sound better than the little voice in my mind, because it's Ew! Ew, ew, why is she sniffing the vomit in her hair? Oh my god, she's sniffing the vomit in her hair! Again, yeah, that just keeps being said, that word. Okay, guys, we get it. See, this, what are you even trialing me for? It's not like I murdered anything, I don't think. Ugh. I have 287 pages left. I'm up to chapter 40. I've made it through like quite a lot of this book, and so I'm just gonna obviously keep persevering through this, but I think I'm gonna pause this, and I really do want to, as a like reward for myself, I'm gonna read God of the Woods. I actually really am liking that book. This one here, this clan thing is so weird because these two guys started fighting to the death, and whoever's gonna win gets to be with her. That's weird. Where's the book? Let me hold it up. Can't even find it. I think the main problem is it's in her perspective. Ow. And she's insufferable a bit. I wish she wasn't the main character, or it was written in third person at least. But I'm taking a break from this, and I'm going to read. Hang on, I took the cover thing off, but I'll update you later. Okay, so it's midnight, and it's about a storm. What's she? Outer Banks, and she does not like storms. I am going to be completely honest. I don't remember what I told you. I'm pretty sure I told you I was going to stop reading this and read this. I read a single page of this, and then I was like, I want to watch a movie. So then I watched a movie. I watched the movie with Anna Kendrick in it. It's like the Woman of the Hour movie. That dude was scary. He was horrifying. And the fact that it's real, that is real. It's based on a real story. I was disturbed. He was scary. Like, people like that scare me. They do. But, and you know, you think, especially like if you work in a role where you like associating with customers all the time, like it's just you know, like the vibe of like the character in that, like the amount of people that I've interacted with who have been like that, and like you have to because like you are a worker. It's scary. It's scary. This book, read a page, yeah, and I watched that movie instead. Should have read this because, I don't know, movies like that, movies about like stalkers, movies about like, well, it's real, first of all, so like that's also scary. The dude wasn't a stalker, but he was just like preying on the vulnerable, like because he seemed so nice. And he was like preying on vulnerable women, and he was horrifying. He was horrifying. That stuff scares me. But then stuff like the Terrifier, I cannot wait until I can go to the movie Sid the Terrifier 3, because I think it's coming out next month in Australia. For me, the scary stuff is the stalkers and like the people who are just so unsuspecting and that you think that it's being nice and then they just like bam, like that stuff, it's horrifying. Okay, it says it's now showing, but it's not, because where is it? Wait, no. Oh, there's a showing 9:30 tonight. It's 9 p.m. No. What was I getting at here? This one, I have some more thoughts, and then I have some sad news to tell you. No, I'm not DNFing, okay? I don't DNF books anymore. Unless, okay, never mind. There are a few books that I will DNF, but like, it has to be a moral thing. It has to be like, I cannot, good in moral consciousness, keep reading this. That is when I will DNF a book, if like my moral consciousness is being tested. Okay, I have some more thoughts about this. First of all, I figured out how old she is because I looked it up. She's like 123 years old, so she can only remember the last 23 years, but like she was alive for 100 years before that, which makes sense because I was just like, how can they be in love? But then she's gone through like a memory loss. Like, I was like, so what? They're in love when they're like, what, like 5 years old? So that's what I was imagining, but no. So they had an entire life before that. Is that a spoiler? Did I just spoil that? I don't think I spoiled that too much. Okay, but basically some thoughts I've had is like, she's fierce, but like, why is she fierce? It feels, remember when I said like, it feels like there's a book before this? Well, realistically, she's had an entire lifetime before this, and like, we don't really know about it. We don't know anything about it. We've just been thrown in. I feel like it would have been more impactful if we would have seen all of that and then had this book. And so like, when she's like not remembering stuff, we know, and it's really heartbreaking. It's like, because she doesn't remember, but we know everything. It's very impactful when it's done like that. I also don't know if we're gonna get like any of her like past life, because there's so many things that have happened in the past, and it's like, well, like what's going on, like literally just like what is going on. But like, she's fierce, but like we don't know why she's fierce. Whereas I feel like in her lifetime before this, whatever, we would know why she's fierce. We'd know why she's like an assassin. We'd know why, and how she knows how to kill people, and how she's so fierce, and how she's all this. But we don't know that. She just is. Like, she just is good at all this. And it's like, well, how? Like, I've literally looked up, I think 10 times to see if this book is the first book. I'm just like, how can it be the first book? Like, it feels like we're missing it, because we are. We are missing things. We are. Okay? Like, we are. Dare I say, like, things got like a teensy little bit better when I keep reading it. It's just, I don't really like the main characters, like the romantic, I don't like the interactions there. It's just weird. I don't like it. Not for me. Their like relationship thing, because it's like, what is that? Like, what is that? They're not even like, they haven't even done anything yet. They were going to, and then she was like, stop looking at me like you can, and then he got all like anyways, yeah, I'm not vibing with the relationship in this. But what I will say is that like, the font is like much more accessible than like other books, because like, look at how like it's much bigger than like other books. Like, I don't really care about font size. I've got like, actually surprisingly, I've got pretty good eyesight, which is good. Like, aesthetically, like, I love the look of glasses. I've always loved the look of glasses. Like, it never used to make any sense to me. Like, you know, in the movies, like when the nerd gets like a makeover and then take off their glasses, I never really understood that, because like, I like glasses, but like, it just, if I have it on the bridge of my nose there, I can wear glasses for about 5 seconds and then I have to take it off, because like, there, it's just like, it just like irritates it. Same thing with sunglasses. It's like, get off my nose, get off my face. Okay, what are we talking about? It's just like, things have gotten like better, or like, I just got used to the way that they were talking, and like the stuff that they were saying, you know. I just like to report that in Khan's perspective, yes, she's the princess, but like, I don't feel like that was supposed to be a surprise, because who else would it have been? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like that's something we were supposed to know from the very, very start. So not like a plot twist or anything. Like, I think we were just supposed to know that, because otherwise, why would it have been set out like that? Because who else would it have been? So it's currently the 25th of October, and I wanted to finish these books, but I have decided that the smart thing to do would be to put a pause on that, so then I can actually make some Halloween-y type videos. So ideally, I'm hoping that the next time I sit down to edit this, I will have uploaded at least 2 videos Halloween themed. I want to like make an actual like specific Halloween book set on Halloween, and then some like scary books. So like a vampire book, witch book, haunted house book, paranormal book, like stuff like that. And that's what I want to do. So hopefully by the time you're seeing this, those 2 have been posted. I'm putting a pause on this video. I'm putting a pause on this. I don't know when I'm going to re-pick this back up, but you guys will know. I'm just waiting along. I'm going to put a pause on it. Imagine if I'm just like, actually, never mind, because I do actually kind of want to continue reading. I really just want to get this book finished. Because, like, things have gone, like, slightly better. Maybe I just got used to the way that things were described and, like, just the writing style stuff. I got used to it. But, like, things have gotten, in my opinion, slightly better. I just think, again, I'm just used to it. But, no, I just need to pause it. Because, like, how can I have bought so many books specifically for Halloween and then just not read them? It's like, put the books down, okay? I'm putting these two down. And we're going to pick them back up again soon. So you're going to see me soon? I'll catch you soon. I'll catch you later.
I don't know when the last time I updated you was, but I want to get this book finished today. I don't know, just in general, because this book is just, it's been weighing on my mind. I have a little bit left. I've got halfway left. I just need to get it done so then I can really go into 2025. I mean, it's currently the 16th, but I can really go into 2025 with having finished books that I'm kind of like, don't want to read, you know? It's chapter 51. Well, there's a few pages in to chapter 51, and I was like, you know what, no, I'm just going to go back to chapter 51. And then I guess we'll just keep reading. I'm feeling a bit nervous, but hopefully I like it better than before. When the Moon Hatched. Actually, I'm up to chapter 54 now, because I'm listening to the audiobook. Can I just say, the audiobook narrator, I do not vibe with her. I do not like the audiobook narrator. I feel like she's making the main character here, just the way that the inflections of her voice, I'm just like, I do not like it at all. So I might have to just read this normally. It's just got such, first of all, beautiful cover, such an interesting premise, such interestingness, but there's just certain things that the main character says, certain things that are happening, and I'm just like, why, you know? But I want to finish this because I feel like this definitely has potential, and I definitely like it a lot more than I did at the start, because also I think my tolerance of things that I'm reading just out the window now. I'm just reading whatever, and it's, you know, I just wish there was more about the dragons. Like, it's like nothing about, there's like very small skerricks about the dragons. I want lots more about the dragons. We're not really getting that. Maybe the second book will have more. Will I continue this on? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how this book ends and everything. But that's that. I liked Iron Flame better than Fourth Wing. This one, I'm really like not that far into it. Very jumpy. I just need to finish these two books. We need to finish these two books. Don't have that much left for this one. Finally I finished this book. I never thought I was gonna ever finish this book, to be honest. And I don't really know what to say, really. I was just expecting to really love this. Like I was expecting to love this and adore this, and I just feel like it had so much potential, and this could have been so good. And even though I didn't really enjoy my time reading it, there were still like parts of the story that I liked. So I don't know, I'm kind of thinking it's like 3 stars, but also I'm like, how can it be 3 stars if I didn't really vibe with it all the time, you know? So I don't really know, but my intuition is telling me 3 stars. I'm very curious. It ended on a pretty big, like, there were quite a lot of things at the end that were just like really came to light, so I'm really interested to see. So when the next one comes out, I might continue. Wait, is it a series or duology? Whatever, I might, you know, pick up the next one just to see like what's going on and what's gonna happen. This book is just so beautiful though, and towards like the end there was more stuff about dragons. But that's that. I'm glad I finally read it. I'm so glad that this book is over now. That sounds really mean. I'm just glad it is over. It has been 2 years since this entire video. A lot has happened in my life, a lot has changed, and I genuinely cannot believe that I'm finally posting this now. As you can see in this video, at times I was very angry. I do think it was because I read majority of it while I was on my period. Honestly, part of me now does want to reread it and want to read the next one. Also because I said that I wanted more dragons, and in this next one, the title has like something to do with dragons. So I think I actually will do that. But yes, I am running out of phone storage, so I really do just need to post this. So I know it is like 2 years late. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think, if you agree with any of the thoughts that I had, because I feel like everyone loves this book. I have not seen like any bad reviews, and people who, you know, initially rated it poorly have now rated it quite highly. And I also feel like my taste has changed, and I am quite tolerant now of frankly quite cringy and cheesy stuff, and I can kind of just separate it in my mind. I'm not sure if I can, because this book, at times I read it, at times I listened to it. So listening to it wasn't good because the narrator annoyed me. Reading it wasn't good because that also annoyed me. So I don't really know how I can like read this book if
both those things are gonna happen, but I don't know. I think I might try to reread it and then read the next one, and I might make that like into a separate video. I'm not sure, but yes, this is just what's gonna be my book video for this week. I hope it's not too disappointing, and yeah. So I've dyed my hair brown. I did it only a few weeks ago, but when I was watching this video, I was like, wow, my red hair. And I'm like, I literally had red hair for years. So I think I can just, you know, pause a little bit, because, you know, I can easily go back to that hair color, but I want to go a bit lighter, but that's going to take me a very long time. And I kind of just want to see what my hair is like this. Okay, I'm rambling off topic. The day I've had, the night that I've had, genuinely, the night that I've had, it's raining, it's dark, like what I had to do tonight. I didn't want to leave the house, and I had to. And now I'm disheveled, but I've spent, you know, all day editing this, so I'm gonna get it uploaded like now. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.